If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hell, sometimes even if it is broke, it's still a blast to play. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 broken games that people still loved. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at games that were released with bugs, glitches, and code issues that still received a lot of love from gamers. Broken does not mean a bad game, however. Far from it. In fact, many of the games on this list received critical praise upon release outside of their slightly unpolished technical state.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena!
Number 10. Far Cry 2. The Far Cry games are so massive in size and scope that we've all just learned to live with some minor bugs and glitches on our way to enjoying their great open world environments. But the glitchiness of Far Cry 2 has become somewhat of an internet meme, with endless YouTube videos of strange occurrences and message boards dedicated to keeping track of all of the random craziness. The game shipped with game-breaking bugs, corrupt game saves, and vital NPC characters vanishing without a trace, and the patch wasn't even made available until 7 months later. That's a long time to go without knowing if your last save worked.
In exchange, he will give you a diamond attaché case. Bring it here, and then we will know we have a good faith arrangement.
Number 9. Battlefield 4. The first-person shooter also suffered from a torrent of bugs and glitches, including game-breaking crashes and corrupt saves. But its online version, especially on PC, could wind up being a downright mess at times. It was totally common for the game to crash Windows as well, offering up a dreaded red screen of death, forcing gamers to reboot the entire system. On the more jovial side, there are plenty of funny bugs to choose from, but we love this map break video showing absolute chaos during an online gaming session. Number 8. Warhammer Vermintide II. This game had a very buggy launch, but it was still successful overall, racking up a score of 77 on Metacritic. Fans of the series loved the updated visuals and expansive co-op maps of the new game, so they cut developer Fatshark some slack and just waited for updates and patches to help fix some of the buggier issues.
I walk beyond the light.
One thing we clearly couldn't help but notice was the game's weird behavior during boss fights, with many strange occurrences taking us by surprise, like the screen turning into a cross between a strobe light and an explosion. Man, that's hard on the eyes.
Murderous eyes all around us.
Number 7. The Elder Scrolls 4: Oblivion. Like the Far Cry series, Elder Scrolls games are just so massive and amazing that we tend to overlook little technical issues and glitches. Most of these bugs don't affect gameplay, so they're more of a treat than a hassle, and others are downright hilarious, so reviewers didn't see the need to penalize the game's overall score due to a few odd moments. The floating paintbrush was an internet favorite, as were NPCs being melted into jelly when attacked. The only real serious bug was an unknown item that, when equipped, would crash the Xbox 360. But honestly, we can live with that in order to play this amazing game. Number 6. Skate 3. It's rare that a game's bugs and glitches actually improve gameplay, but that's what fans of Skate 3 believed when they recorded their most outrageous buggy moments and uploaded them to the internet, causing a brief online sensation of viral videos in 2010. Skaters clip through the ground and the walls, ride on thin air instead of their boards, and get 30 feet of air instead of 3. It's just a shame that the game never came to PC, because the modding community would have had a complete blast making video content with this game. Number 5. State of Decay. Not only was the original game quite buggy and plagued with a host of performance issues upon shipping, but the sequel released 5 years later and suffered from some of the same issues as well. Luckily, the bugs and glitches all jive very well with the game's mission of surviving a zombie apocalypse and tend to add more laughs than frustration. It's not uncommon to see a zombie blasted high into the air by a gun or grenade and never hit the ground. Or to see characters glitch into walls and objects during tense moments, adding some lightheartedness to an otherwise stressful game. Number 4. Kingdom Come: Deliverance. Like a lot of ambitious, huge games, this RPG's launch was filled with a myriad of technical problems. But gamers so craved the reality of its world that they were willing to overlook just about anything in favor of realness. The AI was suspect with enemies not even facing the correct way in battle, and the animation dipped so low that you'd think the game would crash. Interactions with the environment around you could be frustrating and funny at the same time, and NPCs floated in thin air like the undead. The game was an undeniable hit, however, and definitely satisfied its fanbase, so the bugs are seen as a kind of comedic break in the action.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
Number 3. Mass Effect. Yet another example of a game so big it must be buggy, Mass Effect contains some serious WTF moments that left us laughing and cringing at the same time. And this type of buggy gameplay would continue right through to Mass Effect Andromeda.
Hostiles ahead!
It also doesn't help matters much when the series isn't exactly known for its precise controls either. Walking horizontally in spectator mode, clipping through walls, floating vehicles, pitch black character models, all of these are commonplace. Oh, and the multiplayer is so glitchy, it's hard to tell if the enemies are dead or breakdancing. Despite these bugs, the glitches in the Mass Effect series have become part of the allure. Number 2. Red Dead Redemption. It was no doubt the scope of the game's enormous environment that gave birth to its long list of glitches, but it's not like we cared. The game is still a masterpiece. Yes, even Rockstar is sometimes powerless to be able to polish every little aspect of their games, but in an odd way, it helped give Red Dead Redemption some added charm.
What have you done? Apart from murder people, what have you changed, Dutch?
Horse and buggy drivers mysteriously driving a phantom carriage, serious map breaks, hilarious sky launching of enemies and NPCs, and some seriously messed up character animations all made Rockstar's Western even more enjoyable over the years.
Come closer. I got a surprise for you. There's no more surprises. It ends here.
Number 1. Fallout New Vegas.
I've got one!
Yes, the entire Fallout franchise is infamous for its bugs and glitches, but developer Obsidian's 2010 effort in the series was something else entirely. Of course, the Bethesda-created Fallouts are known for their fair share of technical hiccups as well, but Fallout New Vegas had some spectacular bungles like the VAT system messing up dialogue choices in cutscenes, character models getting so entangled that they can no longer attack each other, and some of the worst swimming physics we've ever seen in games. Yet, all these years later, there are a lot of gamers who consider this the best entry in the series. Go figure.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.